Tonight was a great night, and I feel like celebrating. You know, the reason why I feel like celebrating, I just came from one of the spot that's actually close to me. Well, they done ripped me off so many ways, but I finally figured out the code last night, how to crack this code last night. Last night, I rolled with somebody who was, he knew what they were doing. So he told me the game, and the game that he told me, I just had to stick to it. So, and I realized when you learn from people who are actually local in the city, you learn a lot, because the good people, the people who are kind, and they don't want you, when you take care of them, they don't want you to get ripped off. So anyway, here's the story. I go to this spot, and I actually went there to meet somebody in there, and the person didn't show up, for some personal reason, and which was on my side, and I apologize to her. So, but anyway, I ended up catching a cab, wanted to catch a cab. And yesterday I had an issue. The issue was I kept getting lost getting back home. So when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, you getting lost getting back home, you just gotta have the Holy Spirit with you, because anything could happen. But unfortunately, nothing happened, and I'm thankful for the neighborhood, for the people. Maybe, I don't know what it is, but there wasn't no group of people trying to jump you or try to rob you or anything like that. So that was good, because it's like you go downtown, you find a spot, you go there, you have fun, and then boom, if the taxi stop running, you gotta find your way home. So actually, there is a guy who just lost money, and I feel bad for this guy. I ran into him. I wanted to take, somebody else was trying to rip me off while I was on my way downtown, trying to come back to my, to my spot. And the deal that he told me he was going to give me, he couldn't give me the deal, because I told him to bring me the deal to me so I could see what the deal is. If you understand the deal, you understand the deal. If you don't know what the deal is, you just don't even know the deal. But we're at the place to be. It is Monday, and he went into some spot to look for the deal. He couldn't find the deal. And then he comes back out. He says, "Oh, my friend, the person that I was looking for doesn't live here. So I have to drive to that person." I'm like, yo, listen, if you need money, you're looking for money, you bring me the deal. You don't tell me to go find the deal where the deal, stays at. Anyway, I knew he was BSing, but I stayed around after he came back out. Then later on, when he came back out, because somebody already did hit me with that kind of deal, so I told him to bring the deal to me. I'm not walking to you to get the deal. You bring me the deal. I'm standing at this corner. Bring it. So he goes in someplace, he couldn't find it, and then he came back out with the story like, "Oh man, my family got issues." I'm like, yo, I'm all okay with people. When the person needs help and they ask for help, that's helpful. But when you're lying and you need help, I'm not gonna help you, man. I can't help you with that. So anyway, I cut the deal with that guy. I see the cab trying to drive away, and then I just, kind of like raise my hand and then, wave my hand towards the cab driver. The guy stopped, and I show him the address where I was supposed to go. You know what he told me? He told me 50 peso. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. 50 peso, I could walk this place here, man. And I figure I got lost before, but now I could walk it. So you bring it to 40 peso, we got a deal. You could take me there. He's like, nah, man, no, 50 peso only. I take you there. I say, well, my friend, I could walk. And you know what I did? I walked. When I walked, do you know how long it took me? It took me 5 minutes. Because do you know what I did today? The whole day, what I did. Before I went across town, I practiced where the streets were, so they wouldn't rip me off. Because when I got here, I got ripped off bad. I was just throwing out money like that. You know, throwing out money, and the people that it's beneficial when you're throwing out money to people that actually now, you know, acknowledge what you're doing. But when you're throwing out money to people who don't really have a respect to it, there are some people, they're very respectful. When you try to help them with something, they show the respect. And some of the people, they just think like they deserve that. So for me, I mean, I don't speak the language, but you're not gonna out hustle me for 2 weeks. No way, man. So today, you know what I did? After the guy said no to 40 peso, I took my butt, started walking. It only took me 5 minutes to get back here, walking. And he couldn't get the 40 peso. How much is 40 peso? 20 peso is $1. So 50 peso is $2.50. That's how the deal is going. But it's the principle. When you're trying to rip somebody off to a location where its walking distance is only 5 minutes. Come on. Welcome to Mexico, man. You know, you just got to keep your eyes open and make good deal with people that wants to make good deal. If I tell somebody what my price is, they will tell me their price. But if I tell them what my price is, they say no, I walk away. Because the local got a different price, and the people who are tourists, they got a different price. And I peep game, I learn game. This is day 7. What is it? Day 7? So I can only try my best to become the things that I have been taught to learn. So we're gonna toast it today. I gotta try to finish this drink here today or tomorrow, because otherwise I gotta throw it away. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. The toast to a great time in Mexico, for having to learn the hustle. You know, well, not the hustle, but regardless of the language, you're still trying to save 50 cents because that's the principle. If I have a different price and the person who lives here have a different price, that ain't okay with me. And I don't agree with that. I respect the people who hustle every day. They stand up, they stay out there in the sun trying to sell something so they can raise their family. And they can understand people's situation, or it's not even a situation, it's just like you're giving people prices based on what you think they should be priced. You know, just coming off the top of the head. One guy, you know what one guy charged me? That was before I learned the game. This guy charged me 80 peso for just one way. So after that guy, and then last night, once I got the game downloaded into me, I realized I should have paid that guy that I paid 80 peso, 40 peso. Cheers. And we're learning as we're moving. Have a good night. You know, tonight is Monday. I try to go out there Monday. There's not really a lot going on. But, you know, even 50 cents is still a deal, is still a deal. Don't rip people off because you feel like it's your right to rip them off when everybody else who lives here, who grew up here, they pay a certain price, and I'm coming in, all of a sudden I look like 50 peso. Come on, bring it to 40 peso. He could have went home with 40 peso, but he said no to it. He went home, he didn't earn the money at that moment, because that street was dry. Nobody was looking for no taxi. Toast.